What's going on, guys, man? Good morning. How y'all doing this morning? Hey, man, if you woke up today, you was blessed. Remember that a lot of people didn't get that chance this morning, right? A lot of families that are heartbroken right now, all due over a drug overdose. Might have been a drug possession charge. Maybe there were some people that were sentenced to life today. It's all the same, man. You have to value your sobriety in your life, man. You have to. That's just the only way it's going to work for you, right? But I made felonies to recovery for us, for people just like me, right? The ones that just don't know how to do it, just can't do it. And the reason I made felonies to recovery was to give a little bit of hope and inspiration to the ones that was feeling that way. Because, my life before this was chaos, man. Prison, jails, overdoses, rehabs, homelessness, eating outside, not brushing your teeth for days, man, wearing the same socks, same drawers. Being in relationships drug-based. The only reason you're with the chick is because of drugs. Being with a female because she'll sell her body when you're doing drugs. You know what I mean? It's just, that's the type of lifestyle that I live. Being aggressive towards women, towards guys, it didn't matter. You know what I mean? I was a jerk, man. And this last go around in prison opened my eyes. It truly did, because, I was 37 years old, sitting in prison, Michigan City, Indiana. And I just knew that there had to be a different way, man. There truly had to be, because I knew deep down inside I didn't want to die in prison, and I didn't want to die to an overdose. I've been to points where I wanted to die. Then God's grace came over me this last go around, and I realized then that I didn't want to. Not like that. So when I was released from prison, I've said it before, I was strung out on Suboxone. If you're a type of person that takes Suboxone to stay sober, I'm not hating on you, man. I'm really not. If you do the methadone program, I'm not hating on you. I'm worried because you can't bullshit a bullshitter. And let me tell you something, man. What usually happens is you can't get your dose. And you're laying there nervous, scared, worrying, just all these thoughts going through your mind like, man, I can't get my dose. Well, what are you going to do? You're going to use. It's just the way it is. And I understand, man, because I'm telling you, I've been there. I truly have. So I know the feelings that you're going through. So for me personally, I kicked heroin without Suboxone, and then I got strung out on Suboxone. So I had to kick Suboxone, and that was a bad withdrawal. Man, throwing up, all the stuff. You know how it goes. So if you're somebody that does it, man, I pray that someday you'll get off of it. But if that's what's keeping you from putting a needle in your arm, more power to you. I respect it. I'm not hating on it. I just get a little nervous sometimes when I hear people always praising the methadone and the Suboxone clinics. But once again, man, I'm not here to judge you for that. I'm here to talk to you about my struggles. And hopefully you can get a tad bit of inspiration out of my struggles and my life experiences. I by no means am better than anybody. My sobriety date is March 22nd, 2020. I was released from prison March 21st. So that's a day after prison is my sobriety date. It was rough, it was hard, but I did it. I continue to do it. If I can do it, you can do it. But if you are somebody that is just really, truly stuck and don't know what to do or where to go or who to talk to, Felonies to Recovery, reach out to me. I'll talk with you. I'm not a miracle worker, but I can give you some advice. I don't have a bunch of resources, but I have a set of ears that will listen to you. I'm not judgmental because I've been there. I promise you there ain't too many things that you could tell me that you've done that I haven't done. You're not going to surprise me with anything. I've seen it all. I can tell you this much. I love my recovery today. I love the people that God has put into my life from recovery. I love getting on Facebook and seeing all these different recovery groups. It's amazing. I mean, it's amazing, man, to know that finally we have a voice, right? Because for so long, we was pushed to the backs because we was addicts. We was tattooed drug addicts. People still today, this morning, I went for breakfast and you should have seen the guy staring at me when I walked in. And it's cool. But then you should have really seen him look over at me when me and my cousin was praying for our breakfast. They weren't expecting that. I'm wearing a t-shirt that was made for me from a lady at work. Felonies to Recovery. They read this and they ask me, what is that? And I explain to them. And once I'm able to give them my story, because you know I love to talk, right? Got a gift of gab. I don't let them get away until I explain it all. Hey, some of them cry and other ones sat there with amaze, like, wow, congratulations, man. That's awesome what you're doing. And I say, yeah. I say, if you know anybody that's struggling, point them my way. I'll talk to them. You know, I might say stuff on these videos that people don't like to hear, and people might think I'm full of crap, but I'm not. I've lived a life. I've watched my son grow up through pictures. I've buried all kinds of friends from drug overdoses. I've been homeless, like I said. I really have. I lived it. Today, I'm married. I got 3 beautiful stepkids, 2 girls that live in my house. My son lives with his dad. And my biological son lives in Columbus, Ohio. And we talk all the time. I got a grandson that I'm in his life, I'm a part of. And I wouldn't have been able to have none of this if I would have continued to use. And the chances are when I got out of prison this last time, if I would have started getting high, I would have died. Because the stuff that's going around now isn't even heroin, it's fentanyl. And I liked heroin. And I'm the type of person that you say, don't shoot that much, you're gonna die. I'm shooting double that. If I was with somebody that fell out, that's the dope I wanted. And I know that sounds insane, but it was the facts, man. That's the truth. Today, I go to church, Bible studies. I prospect with the Remnant Sons. It's a ministry group for the trenches. We go places that most people in faith won't go. We go places and talk to people that is the outcast. And that's what I like to think about I do on here, on these videos. I like to talk to the outcast because I was an outcast. If you're struggling today, or somebody you know is struggling, reach out, man. Felonies to Recovery. I love you guys. Have a sober day.